News and views from the best voices in our game. Subscribe to the Cricket News YouTube channel and press the bell icon for unparalleled cricket coverage. If we can now move to the next franchisee, it'll be great. Kolkata.
The better
Yes, the
biryani.
team.
In ascending order of biryani quality, Hyderabad, then Kolkata.
Oh my God. We will have a long talk on that post this particular live. Let's not
Now there's
tamper with
Lucknow as
the
well, by the
audience
way.
that we have.
Yeah, now there's Lucknow as well.
We can have a biryani triangular series, is what
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
suggesting.
Yes.
Yeah. And perhaps if one of the teams is knocked out in the playoffs, we can have a nice bit of biryani combination going towards the final. But yes, let's come to the squad once again. Kolkata, there you have it. The four players that they retained were Andre Russell, Sunil Narayan, Venkatesh Iyer, and Varun Chakravarti. They've got Nitish Rana back. They've got Pat Cummins back. They've got Shivam Mavi back for quite the price. Rinku Singh as well. But then they got Shreyas Iyer, and we thought, okay, there's the guy that Bangalore wanted to make a captain out of. There's the potential captain for Kolkata. Then they also got Ajinkya Rahane, and they did mention that Rahane has been brought in a leadership position during the auction, and that was just quite the
Yeah,
surprise, quite the surprise.
yeah.
But yes,
Especially when you
interesting
have
picks.
a recently Ashes winning Test captain in the squad. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, I
I
mean, we were
don't
all
know.
in for Pat Cummins, the KKR captain. I mean, quite a few KKR fans were excited by that prospect, and why not? But they also have, once again, if you take a look at the graphic, they also have a few interesting picks there. And yes, Alex Sales, Sam Billings at quite the bargain, Tim Southey. Once again, we'll see him, and yeah, he's played for Bangalore, and we'll see him in the Kolkata colors. Mohammad Nabi towards the end was a nice pick, I believe. But who are the Indian players here who excite you
See,
and who you see in the
I'll
lineup?
tell you. I'll tell you something. I have a lot of I live in Kolkata, so obviously I have friends who are KKR supporters, and last night kept getting these WhatsApp messages. Who is Abhijit Tomar? Who is Pratham Singh? Who is Salam? Who is Aman Khan? Who is Ramesh Kumar? Who is Ashok Sharma? So, I mean,
Public service, sir. Public service. Did you give them the answers on that?
let's see. The point is, a lot of people do not. A lot of them have not played many domestic. A lot of domestic. I mean, Baba Indrajit is of course a senior, but
Yeah.
Rinku Singh surprisingly made fun of for no apparent reason. He has a very good domestic record, but some of them are don't even have eminent, I mean, long domestic records. So I think the scouts have done a terrific job to identify these cricketers. I mean, remember this was an auction list of 600. These are not random selections.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I'm sure that one of them may turn out to be the next Venkatesh Iyer in about 3 months' time. We'll see which one of them he is, or maybe the next
Definitely.
next top Indian cricketer.
Definitely. Sheldon Jackson was another good pick, I believe. And,
Yes,
to
yes,
have him in the
yes.
lineup and now perhaps get the opportunity to play more than he could have in the past seasons. And yeah, I think
Uh,
that's a good pick.
Jackson and Jalad Saxena are two cricketers I really feel they deserved more in their cricketing careers, and I think Jackson will play is likely to play almost the entire season for KKR.
I think he's been with the franchisee since 2009.
Yes,
If I'm
but
not
this
wrong.
time with no Karthik,
Yeah.
Yeah.
let's see.
So,
So
Yep.
I'm really happy for Jackson.
but who do you think will be the 12th man? Rinku Singh, or now they have Anupul Roy?
I wish
Here we have.
Rinko see KKR had a very strong top four policy in place, and their 5 and 6 were taken until last year. So
Yeah.
this time they have revamped everything. I
Yeah.
would really I I'm not sure whether they should play both Rahane and Iyer in the top three, but again they will. They probably will. So,
But then that
had it,
means there's no Alex Hales. That would
yeah,
mean no Alex Hales, and I mean I think Alex Hales could be the X factor player, and it
I
is
think he
high time.
does really well, in most of the leagues that he has played. The England controversy is a different thing altogether, but I think he's been, someone who you can bank on this particular format. And that call, if KKR are able to make that might segregate the new process for them, which is what we're talking about. They're moving on to a
that
fresh
call
page here.
that call is something all franchises are making around the world. So why not an IPL team?
Yeah,
Definitely. When you talk about it, the best league.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
essentially, if you pick Russell, Narayan, and Cummins, these are your obvious overseas picks. So you are left with a choice, and you probably go for Hales because
yeah.
uh, Hales and Iyer sounds better than Rahane and Iyer at the top.
So yeah, if you have Hales at the top, that means you don't have Billings, and Sheldon Jackson then comes in as your
Yes.
wicketkeeper for the main wicketkeeper for the season. But I'm not sure
Mhm.
again about the batting position that Sheldon Jackson will. Again, I believe he's more of a top four. I mean, he's more comfortable batting
Mhm.
in the top four. But yeah, I mean, he could be somebody like a floater.
But we've
Uh,
also seen Iyer perform at five, haven't we? I mean, I remember that England-India five-match T20I series last year, where he did get to bat lower down the order because Pant was at four, and India were opening with either KL, Ishan, or Shikhar in that series, in the five-match series.
This
Shreyas got to bat at five. He was the
Iyer
second
got
highest run scorer
injured.
for them.
Injured.
No, no. In the ODI series is where he got injured. In the T20 series, he played all the games. He got injured in the first ODI, and then he scored a couple of half centuries, if I remember correctly, at that position.
Yeah,
And
the
that
first
was,
game.
yeah,
Yeah, I remember
yeah,
the
yeah.
first match, 10 for
Yeah,
3 or
might be
something.
an might be a nice time for him to bat lower down the order. Probably work on that strike rate thing. Maybe given that new role, maybe who knows?
Probably yes, but because again, when he's competing for the main Indian team in the ODIs and even in the T20s, again we have a very top heavy Indian batting lineup, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to actually prove himself at number five and then uh, claim a
Yeah,
spot. But I don't see that happening with him. If he becomes the captain, I think he'll ideally want to bat in the top four, preferably three or four.
which is why you always need a leveler in a bowling captain. Is all we have to say. If
so
anyone from the
essentially
KKR team
also
management
also
somehow comes across this.
also the if you there's this Iyer Rahane top three, and if Rana is
Yeah.
at four, it does it really sound intimidating to an opposition bowling attack?
Maybe
It,
not
it
as much as they were used to. Maybe not as much as they were used to. No, I do think that they had a really solid
no,
three,
I
four,
think
five,
I think
which they
they will
somehow
have
got wrong
to.
at times.
No, they may have to return to that old strategy of pushing Narayan to the top.
That
I
Yeah.
think I think that is probably if they pick Iyer Rahane, they will have to push Narayan to the top. I can't.
Who do you see? Because
I mean,
there's obviously this talk.
if most opposition captains wouldn't mind if Iyer Rahane batted out 20 overs and scored 150 for one.
but then there is no Rahane. Like if you don't open with him, then I don't see his value in the
Yeah.
11.
So essentially, basically, which
Yeah,
makes either push Narayan to the top or pick Hales.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Who do you see in place of? Yeah, because there were talks about who can replace Andre Russell in the 11, and
Why
that's
will
that's
someone
a big
replace Andre
question
Russell
for
in the
KK.
11?
Because if he's not fit, is when you would want to work out for a replacement. If he's injured during the season,
Yes, Chamika
who do you
Karuna,
see in place of him?
Chamika Karunaratne, like for like
That's a
replacement.
nice name.
There's Mohammad Nabi.
We don't know, like for like in IPL terms, not
There's
strictly like for
Nabi.
like in
Nabi.
IPL terms.
There's Nabi.
Yeah, yeah,
Nabi is again expected to play the Shakib role that
Yes.
Shakib was
yeah,
If
playing
there's
for.
no, if without Russell, they got Shakib. If they got Shakib
yeah,
last year, and this time they'll get Nabi.
And
yeah.
but hopefully we'll see Anukul Roy play a game this time.